Okay, I'm just doing a video to show you where we are with the engine removal. So, took the big fan thing off the front. I found with that, I'm assuming it should have aluminium tube spacers or something there. Whoever's done it before has made some spacers out of bits of tube, cut at the wrong angle. So when I looked at this pulley where it runs through, so this does the power steering and the viscous fan. The viscous fan was at a right angle. So whoever's done these bits of tube they put on are shit. They're completely wrong. I mean, what I'll probably do it with maybe washers or a piece of tube that fits over a bit better. I'm assuming it would probably have some, you know, some cast spacers that you can make. Maybe there's probably going to be adjustment on it, I would imagine, because they're quite thorough like that. But we'll sort that out at a later date. The coil is taken off. I don't know why they put the fixing for the coil behind the big loom that you can't kind of move out of the way. Seems a bit daft to me, but took the coil off and cable tied that out of the way. Took the power steering reservoir off out of the way. Oil cooler pipes, I think these are the oil cooler pipes. They're just disconnected. I haven't labelled them up for it because they can only reach one way. They're just clipped out of the way. The automatic, I think this side must be the auto transmission cooler pipes, but I don't need to touch them, so I'm not touching anything I don't need to touch, because you know what it's like on these old cars. You touch one thing and it snaps. I watched a video of a guy the other day taking one out, and the amount of bolts that snapped on his engine was silly. So I'm hoping, I believe this has been out. I don't think it's the original engine. All the cables I've done, so there's one there, cable there, clipped up there, one there. That's got adjustment on. I don't know what that does. There's like 3, so I've took pictures of where they've come off, took this runner off to get them off. I will probably put it in the same way, just for the fact it's easiest for me to see where everything goes. I don't want to just rip. I know if you're familiar, you just rip everything off and take the basic block out, but I'm not, so I'm not doing it like that. Yeah, water pipe on the back. You can see that water pipe there goes to the curved pipe just below there. That's disconnected. Don't think it's wiring just there like that. Just that plug, that green wire. Bit of corrosion in there, which I'm going to sort and clean up. Big thick live onto there, and then that yellow wire goes into that one that's taped up, which I'm going to clean up, and probably because the clip snapped, so someone's taped it to make sure it don't come undone, which is not a problem. It's just you've got to make sure it's all right. This one goes to the manifold, assuming, because it goes all the way to the gearbox, I'm assuming this is like a vacuum sensor. So it senses, you know, when you put your foot down, it does the gears and stuff. This was bolted to the block at the back, just below the cam plug at the end there. I could imagine you could forget to do that and not realise, and it would rip it off the gearbox. Well, it's like clipped up to the torque tube, it goes all the way to the back. But it's got a flexible bit of pipe just behind where the torque tube connects, and that looks a bit ropey. So before I put the engine back in, I shall be doing all the flexible bits of hose, vacuum hose I can see, because obviously you've got a leak there. It's not going to go. It's not going to sense whatever it senses properly. Yeah. So the fuel pipes as well, they're quite explanatory. They sort of sit in the right place. But I've cable tied one, and I'm going to I've cable tied the other one, so I know which one. So I can't swap them around. They don't really move much, but I don't want to, you know, put the fuel pipes the wrong way around. I wouldn't know, and it ain't gonna run right. So yeah, so that's that. As far as the cam belt goes, I reckon it's had a cam belt, because you can still sort of almost see the Daco writing on it, and you can see a fresh mark on it. But obviously I'm going to do that anyway. I can't find an engine number on this. I believe it's a flat bit. You can't really see with the camera down there, but there's nothing on it. I've cleaned it off and had a look. I can't see anything on it. It just looks like a normal cast finish, so I'm assuming it's probably had maybe a new block, which would be nice. Well, it depends, doesn't it? It depends who's put it together, so I don't quite know what's gone on with this engine. Looks like at some point these fans, this fan and this cowling here, has been off more recent, because that looks quite clean. There's a bonus though. The strut brace got stainless steel bolts and is like polished aluminium, which is a bit of a small bonus. So yeah, it's I'm going to unbolt the bottom bolts, loosen the top ones, get the stand on it, and then I'll probably do a video of it coming out, hopefully. Okay, that's enough for today.